Well, I understand on Is, Ra, and El, I understand is Isis and Ra and El, and that Isis is the spirit, and Ra the mind, and El the body. And that's true. And that's what, spirit, mind, and body together make Israel. And that's fine. Understand that Israel means when the spirit and the mind come together inside the body, you have God's chosen. Well, that's nice. Wonder if now we take this to another step. We move out from this, and we get this to Isis, Pia Mater, in the brain, hypothalamus, Ra, that which is the center of the brain, Amun's horn, in the hippocampus of the brain, the thalamus. El, God. El Shaddai, Elohim, God. El, electricity. He's saying God is electricity. No, I am saying that if you're going to make any contact with God, and if God is going to make any contact with you, it's going to be done in the ether through electricity. It can't happen in any other way. How do you respond to God? How can you respond to God? You think you can stand here saying, oh, God, do this, oh, God, do that? God doesn't talk that way. Did you ever see those movies where the guy's laying on the thing and the camera goes up to the screen, the thing's going beep, beep, beep. And then there's a line. He stops beeping because there's no more electricity. He has been shut off. If you don't have any electricity, you can't meditate, you can't think, you can't pray, you have to have electricity. Right. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 15, and it says, when therefore you see the abomination of desolation, spoken of by Daniel the prophet, standing in the holy place is your brain. Because people don't go there. Why? Because the religions of the world say, don't go there, you'll open your mind to devils. So nobody goes there. Where do they go? They go to church. Okay? And they go up with winding stairs into the middle chamber and out of the middle into the third. Into the third what? Into the third ventricle. All right? So let's take a look at the winding stairs. Okay? That's the winding stairs. And the winding stairs is the genetic information that is DNA. Does it look like winding stairs to you? Looks like winding stairs. It is winding stairs. And that's why that the Hindus call the activity that goes up the spine in meditation Kundalini. Because Kundalini means winding serpent. It's the coiled serpent. And the reason that they say it's a coiled serpent is because the electrical energy goes up in a coiled or winding type of fashion. All energy goes up in this winding motion up to the third ventricle, to the interbrain, which is the middle chamber of the brain, and to the third ventricle. That angels are angles, and God, electricity. I'm simply asking us to be mature and realize that these things that we call angels are simply people who are only made visible when we absorb a correct angle from light from outside, which causes an arc in the receptors of the brain, which is an arc angle, so then we can see the people on the other side, or the people at the higher dimension that we're talking and referring to as angels. I'm not saying that God is electricity, but what I am saying to you is God takes that word, electricity, because only through the sphere and the ether of this energy called electricity is it possible for the human psyche and that which is the universal psyche to communicate. It's done through electricity. Moved a rib from Adam, and then everything started to continue the chain reaction. And it has nothing to do with a person named Adam, has nothing to do with a person named Eve, has nothing to do with Cain and Abel. None of these people ever existed. This is talking about the energy of the universe and how all of this began. So when Jesus says the kingdom of heaven is at hand, he's saying the kingdom of Uranus is at hand. Meditating. But what do you do when God's single eye comes? And then you look in the April edition of National Geographic, the Hubble telescope takes a picture. Look at it. That was just seen. That's God's single eye. And if you look at the center of this green eye, it's a regular eyeball. There's a pupil there.